So if we go into, oh, okay, fill and stroke, these are pretty interesting. So let's say you have a selection. Hey, look at us. We have a selection. Go us. I'm going to do this all in a new layer, and I'm going to also just kind of group all of these layers together because we don't need to look at that. Just a bunch of visual junk. Where was it? Wait, I want my selection. There we go. Look at this. Look at this amazing active region. It's as if I used the wand tool more than 2 times and just kind of got it all happening. Trying to say that this selection wasn't really all that hard to get. I don't know why I needed to have a saved selection. Anyway, we're getting off topic. I want to stay on topic. If we go to fill, okay, I got to get the selection right. Guys, let's do this right. If we go into fill, we can do things like fill it with the foreground color, which we also know we can do with Alt-Delete, which is a much quicker, more beautiful way to do that. However, something that the only way to get to fill content aware, the only way to get to content aware is going here, which is really cool if we want to do something like this. Hey, look at that. Or if we want to do something, I'm going to invert this selection and get rid of the sky. So there we go. And it's just guessing. It's taking the selection and it's guessing what you want the background to be. A little bit of a tip for content-aware fill. You'll notice right here that we're kind of getting these little lines. One way to make it so that doesn't happen is just kind of right-click, refine edge, grow the edge. So here we go. You can see how I'm just kind of growing it a bit. It's just like a little bit larger so we encompass everything. And then if you go into edit, fill, content aware suddenly becomes an actually useful thing rather than a useless thing. It didn't quite work there, but you can see it's a little bit better. We'd need to finagle the selection a bit, but this isn't a session on finagling selection. So that's kind of what fill does right there. There's other things that it does, but that's enough for now. I mean, come on, we don't need to get into everything. Stroke turns your selection into a stroke. So let's just make it black and let's make it a 10 pixel selection and we'll do it center and you'll see what I mean in a second. Hey, look, it's a stroke. You'll notice that I did this on the layer right here. Never do that. Always create a new layer and then, do edit stroke. And I think it'll save the options from last time. And that just gives you the flexibility to do whatever you want. So it's a cool feature that every so often will come up. Honestly, for the majority of the time, you're going to want to use vector tools for that. But be aware that it's something that exists right there. So fill and stroke. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to mention about fill, and the honest truth is a lot of things that can be done here. There's far more sane ways of accomplishing them. This is one of those tools that it's like, well, if you want to go into a drop-down and click an option box and do things exactly right, and if you mess it up in even the slightest of ways, nothing will work. You can do it that way, or you can do it this way. That's like 3 steps, but each of the steps makes sense. So that's really all you need to know about fill right there. Trust me.